What's happening, guys? This is Sergio from Surge Fit, and today I'm going to talk about how to lose weight for men. You guys having issues losing weight? You've been training hard. Maybe you're doing a lot of cardio, or you think you're eating everything perfectly and you're not losing weight. Well, let's talk about a few tips on maybe why you're not losing weight. All right. Number one, men, we have to do strength training. In our bodies, we have natural high testosterone and growth hormone. If you're not doing enough strength training, I would recommend at least 3 days a week where you're doing movements that are going to activate testosterone, okay? And that's going to increase the amount of musculature that you're going to hold, and also it's going to naturally burn fat. Making sure that you're doing strength training is going to help you build muscle, okay? Because if you're not building muscle, then you're not going to burn fat in the future. I've talked about in my other videos how if you just build 1 pound of muscle, you're actually going to burn up to 500 extra calories per day. And just that one muscle for the rest of the week, that's 3,500 calories that you've burnt just from having 1 pound of extra muscle, okay? So men, we have to do strength training, and we have to make sure that we're training to increase testosterone. So how do you do that naturally? I will focus on compound movements, doing deadlifts, or doing some squat movements, doing some pull-ups, some pressing movements with the barbell or push-ups. These compound movements where you're recruiting a lot of muscles throughout your body, whether you're doing it with weight or whether you're doing it with just calisthenics, are going to help ignite your testosterone and growth hormone levels naturally. All right, so that's number one. Men, we have to make sure that we're doing strength training. Even 2 to 3 days a week mixed in with other exercises is going to be beneficial enough for you to build muscle. Don't just think you're going to get there by just doing cardio to burn calories, okay? Because over time you will hit a wall. So that's number one. Number two, if you're not eating right, it could be a problem that you're not eating enough whole foods or foods that are growing straight from the ground. Don't rely just on supplements. You're not going to get there by just eating whey protein powders and shakes and eating a lot of processed foods. Make sure that you're getting a proper amount of vitamins from your vegetables, a little bit of fruits, and you're getting a well-balanced meal with protein each meal. If you're eating foods that are grown from the ground, then it's going to be able to break down in your body, all right? Your body's going to be able to simulate that into the muscle, and you're going to use that energy and get rid of the other stuff that you're not using. Processed foods are going to slow your metabolism down. It's going to be harder for you to break down over time, and you're just going to have a slower metabolism. Slower metabolism means you're going to store more weight. Also, look into if you have food allergies. You could be eating too much of a certain food that your body is not compatible with, we should say. For instance, try the elimination process, all right? Where you take out a food for a week and then reintroduce it to see how your body will feel. If you're getting any signs of bloating, indigestion, bumps on your tongue, gas from that food, it's probably not sitting well with you, and that's going to cause more water storage. All right, so making sure that you're eating the proper amount of whole foods is going to be beneficial for you. All right, don't live off shakes, guys. I know you see the magazines, but you got to eat beneficial foods and make sure that you're eating consistent throughout the day. Okay, that's number two. Number three, which works great for men, maybe you need a little change in your routine, is intermittent fasting. All right, eating within a specific window, in like an 8-hour window, and fasting for 16 hours, or maybe doing a 9 or 10-hour window and fasting for the remaining 12 to 14 hours. This is beneficial for men a lot of the times. Just cutting down your meals where you're getting a balanced portion and doing 2 to 3 meals in the middle of your day, and then fasting for that amount of time is going to naturally help spark your growth hormone. All right, it's going to cut down your calories a little bit if you're a big eater, and create a little bit of a caloric deficit for you, so you're burning more calories than you're taking in. All right, and it's also going to increase your testosterone and your growth hormone naturally. And that's also going to give you a process called autophagy, where your cells are going to regenerate and really revive your body. So try out intermittent fasting just to spark it up if you've never done that before. That works really good with men. All right, that's going to be number three. Number four, guys, I know we're busy. We're out here making money. We're doing whatever we can to support our family, but we have to sleep. If you're not sleeping, then that means that your cortisol levels are going to be through the roof. And cortisol is going to create more inflammation in your body, more storage, and your body is not going to regenerate and rebuild. All right? When you're sleeping, that's the number one time in which we're creating growth hormone in our body. Growth hormone, you see people out here going to pay thousands of dollars for it when you can create it naturally in your sleep. So we know how beneficial it is with building muscle and burning fat. All right? That's going to be number one thing that we're going to have to focus on. Getting enough sleep and making sure that you're letting your body rebuild. We have to get to that REM sleep where you're about 2 to 3 hours into your sleep, that deep REM sleep, for that growth hormone really to activate, all right? So cut all the lights off in your room, take your phone out of the room, no TV, and get a dark, deep sleep. I would recommend at least 6.5, 7 hours. They say 7 to 8, but you got to get a deep sleep for your body to completely rebuild, all right? And a lot of guys, we're out here hustling, trying to make money, support our family, and do the best we can. We forget about the simple process of sleep. I guarantee you, rest more and your body will rebuild. You don't build in the gym, you rebuild when you're sleeping. Also, when you're sleeping, you actually burn a lot of calories. So that's gonna help you burn off calories and burn fat, all right? Cortisol levels will be out of whack if you're missing this simple subject of sleeping. All right, so make sure that you're getting enough sleep in so your body can rebuild, burn calories with ease as you're got your eyes closed and you're just relaxing. That's number 4. And then number 5 is making sure that you're switching up your cardio. I would mix in aerobic cardio and doing some high intensity interval cardio, okay? A lot of times if we're just focused on maybe you're just doing too much weights, we wanna start doing more aerobic cardio, at least 3 days a week. I would say at least 90 minutes where you're just getting a nice, good, deep sweat, kind of like I'm doing right now in this Florida heat, but a deep sweat so your body can drop off excess water storage. You can also start to activate more blood flow throughout your body, more circulation and oxygen uptake, okay? And it's also gonna help you increase your caloric deficit, meaning you're burning a couple extra calories more than what you take in. All right. Also, and if you're doing a little cardio and doing your weights, maybe you need to take it to doing some high intensity interval training. So the high intensity interval training is more of doing like some sprint work on the treadmill or the elliptical, or going outside and doing circuits with 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, going at a high intensity, 90%, 85%, and then bringing it back down to 50%. So you're going up, down, to get your heart rate working more, all right, than it is at an aerobic type of training. And what this interval training is going to do, it's going to help you burn calories up to an hour, 2 hours even after the process, in a form or a process called the EPOC effect, which is excess post-oxygen consumption. So you're going to burn extra calories 2-3 hours even after your workout. All right, so these are some 5 tips that I would look into if you're having trouble losing weight as a guy. These 5 tips will definitely help you out. Just audit or really look into what you're doing. Switch it up a little bit. It could be in your food. It could be in your strength training. It could be you're overdoing it and you're not resting enough. All right? Hope you guys got some benefit from this, and I'll be back to you with more videos soon.